bitches, blunts and double cups, ho, fuck your feedback. Only bossy bitches in my circle, you know how we roll.
You started in fashion. That was your first sort of job. But then you became a DJ, correct?
Yeah.
What period of time were you DJing?
I wouldn't even say I was DJing for that long.
Okay.
It was probably like a couple of months.
Oh, a short period of time.
Very short period of time. I was in the Gucci video, which I styled, and so I started in fashion school. I was still in school. I dropped out of school, clearly. I just was like, I'm not on your time. And they weren't really fucking with that. They're like, well, we don't work with your schedule. So I dropped out, and at that time, Krayshawn needed a DJ, so they were like, yo, you should be one of the first, female DJs that tours with Krayshawn, and, it just wasn't in me. But at that time, I went and I fucked with this group called Heavy Hitters, which was like a famous DJ crew, and they were telling me, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago, they told me, Paris Hilton's studying to be a DJ, and women DJs are going to be super poppin' in like 3 years. And now, that's all there is.
Right.
And I think it's great for women to be models and then decide to be DJs, and I get why they do that, because sometimes there's not longevity in a modeling career. Sometimes people don't make the money they think they're going to make in as a model. I don't even understand how some of the girls do if you're not doing like high-paid advertisements.
Right.
So, I kind of knew that this type of shit was going to happen, and I just didn't want to be a DJ. I thought there was more to me than that.
All right.
But there's a lot of dope female DJs now, and I'm like, go girl.
Okay.
Get it.
I was gonna say that that's all there is now.
That's all there is. But it makes sense because we're more in a time and age where everything is about aesthetics, aesthetically pleasing. Sometimes people don't want to stare at a guy DJing all night. Sometimes they want to see a hot bitch with a fat ass or some big titties or a good looking face.
Right.
So I think that's what's dope about 2016.
It is a great development.
A lot of women were able to musically express themselves.
One question that is constantly asked of women is, how does it feel like to be a woman in the industry? And we purposely never ask that question. What question do you feel like men aren't asked in interviews and you wish they would be asked? Like questions that they don't ever get asked. Can you think of any?
How it feels to be a man in the industry.
Okay.
That would be the question, because a lot of people do ask me, how does it feel to be a woman in the industry? And it's kind of like, I have a vagina. It plays both ways. Like, either people want to fuck me or they want me to fail. Or they're like, oh, it's so easy because you're a girl. And it's like, no, it's not easy because I'm a girl, because I fucking rap. So it's like I'm being measured in my looks, in my flow, in what I'm talking about, and what my music videos look like. I'm scrutinized across all boards.
Right.
So it's like, and then as a woman, people think it's easy because you have a boobs and a butt, but I'm petite, which is not the prototype for the rap industry.
Right.
I'm petite in all areas, boobs, butt, body. I'm little, and it's hard because it's like, oh, she doesn't have a big butt, or she doesn't have like long fake hair, or she doesn't have big titties, and you don't have hips. So it's actually harder, surprisingly, to be a woman, because I'm not fucking anybody to get anywhere.
Right.
It would be a lot easier if I did fuck somebody to get somewhere, but I just am not into it. I could be a prostitute if I wanted to do that. What I'm saying?
But okay, so
I would it is annoying, and I'm like happy that you guys don't ask that question. But it's like ridiculous, because it's like, you have guys sit in front of your face all the time. How come it's not like, well, how is it being a man in the industry?
Right.
It's like, it's a silly question.
Yeah, it's the default, I guess, is like the expectation is that you are
It's easier. It's
right.
the expectation when people ask me, how does it feel to be a woman in this industry? And the expectation is for me to be like, oh, it's super easy.
Right.
But it's not.
Right.
It's not like I wake up and can wear whatever and not put makeup on and be like the next trending star. There's more competition in all roads, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I made you answer that question. I feel a little bit bad.
No, it's okay. That's not, you kind of, well, you asked it in a weird way, and which I like, because I get to explain what the frustration is. I never get to explain the frustration of that question.
Right, because people just ask it to you straight.
Yeah, they're like, how does it feel? And it's kind of like, let me tell you how I feel about your question. You know,
right.
So.
Okay, so just to wrap things up, Debbie, your 2016 was intense. You did a lot of stuff, and you're still going too. You're still touring. What's coming up in 2017?
I have a 42-date tour coming up in March. I'm working on an album.
The tour starts in Florida. I know.
Starts in Florida. Mm-hmm. I don't really know too much after the first week. Okay. I kind of just go. But there's 42 dates. We're going to drop them all soon. I'm working on an album. I just dropped a music video, F That, with Hip Hop DX, and I think it's actually on the Snobette as well.
It is right now.
And I have a project with Yellow Claw coming out. I have a project with the Barong family, which is Yellow Claw's label. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to I want to work with more women this year, women producers, singers, you know, things like that. So we'll see where that takes me.